947 Drive with Thando.
This is 947.
Today, News 24, well, the first I saw of it, and it was on News 24, they broke a story around the cost of Sports, Arts and Culture Minister Gayton McKenzie's costs for his trip for the Paris Olympics, saying it came up to 800,000 rands. Of course, the minister addressed the media today. He also celebrates 100 days in office and joins us now on the line, Minister Gayton McKenzie. Good afternoon, Minister. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
No, good afternoon, and thanks for having me.
So first and foremost, you took it upon yourself to be transparent, to get onto Twitter and to provide the information to the public. Why was that important for you?
You know what, I always, it was very important for me because I demand transparency in the department. I've been singing the song of transparency. So when I was accused of going on a joyride, I said, all right, you know what, let me go on Twitter, let me ask the questions, let me expose on social media the breakdown of the cost, who was doing it, how did we arrive at 800,000?
So when you saw the 800,000, it was the first time you saw it, much like the public?
Well, you know what, when I saw it for the first time was when I was asked about it, how much, and then I asked them, how much was the cost? And they said 800,000. And all I know is the only cost I saw was, before I went, they were trying to find hotel rooms, and they said they found a hotel for 127,000 a night. I said, what? And they said it's a 5-star. I said, no, I will not sleep in a 5-star. Find me any star, but I'm not going to spend so much. That was the last time I spoke, so I didn't stay in a 5-star hotel. They found me some other hotel to stay in. But then the cost came back, and it was 800,000. I was curious myself. And that's why I went public. And I wanted the public to hear with me for the first time what is the breakdown. Obviously, it was my first trip as a minister.
Yes.
I don't book my own flights. I don't even know who does that, because it's a traveling agency that I found there.
And then people have the question of the sort of class in which you fly, whether you're flying economy or you're flying business. And there was a clip that I heard earlier where you were explaining that there's a reason why you need to fly business class.
No, the ministerial handbook is very clear. It says when you fly local with less than 2 hours, you must fly economy class. That's the ministerial handbook. When you fly international flights, you must fly business class. So if it is 5 hours or so, you fly business class.
Which is fair, I think.
Yes. And then for me, locally now for the first time, I'm flying economy class, because that's what the ministerial handbook says. I went to Paris, I flew business class, because that's what the ministerial handbook says. Yes.
Then there's people with the rhetoric that you took money away from the likes of Mama Joy for you to now be the one who is sort of at these sporting events. What do you have to say back to that?
I think, comparing me to Mama Joy it's really very sad, because I'm not a super fan, number one. Number two, I didn't stay for the Olympics. And that's what a lot of people don't know. I had a choice to stay for Olympics, and I didn't. I said, I'm coming back home because I've got a lot to learn in my new portfolio. I went for meetings which I've also gone on social media with pictures, and not just saying where I was. I had pictures which I posted on social media. And when the Olympics started, I went to the opening. I went to go watch the one hockey game, I think. And the evening after the hockey game, I flew back to South Africa. I didn't go to Paralympics. It's my job.
To go to the Paralympics.
To go to these things and to meet players, fellow ministers there that is in the same field as I am. So the fact that I didn't go to the Olympics, the fact that I didn't go to the Paralympics, people are just being sensational, particularly the EFF. I didn't go on a joyride. I'm not starting to fly overseas. And as far as I'm concerned, is that that's my job. I had 6 meetings. I mentioned which 6 meetings it was. I was transparent about everything. And I was the only minister in the world that athletes there that came back. Everybody else stayed. And there's nothing wrong in staying. But for me, it wasn't even a cost-saving thing. It was a thing of I wanted to learn. I was newly appointed. I was curious. about what's happening in this department.
I mean, it is your job and you should definitely be there. But is this then setting a precedent that whatever sporting events there may be in the future, that you will come forth to the public to declare how much that trip has cost you?
No, my problem that I'm having is when I was asked the question initially, I got annoyed. But then I realized, no, why are you getting annoyed? You're a public servant. You have to be transparent. My question, my annoyance then moved from not being asked. I must answer this question. But then what you expect from Gayton McKenzie, you must expect from all ministers. I'm the only minister that travels. So why must I be the only minister that get asked that question?
But you, the only minister that's answered the question, I think is the difference. So does this mean going forward, you will come forward and be the first to declare the cost of these trips?
I have absolutely no problem in doing that because I'm not busy here with my own things. I'm doing work for the state, for South Africa. I mean, when I'm going to meet the people of everyone, I will say exactly what it costs.
Minister,
when I'm going to meet anyone, I will say exactly what it costs.
Minister, thank you so much for speaking with us. Also, congratulations on 100 days in office. Congratulations, the Honourable Minister Gayton McKenzie.
947 Drive with Thando.
This is 947.